Right. I talk a little bit about the scale and not following scale numbers. So a lot of times, instead of stepping on a scale, it's better to actually see what your body measurements are. Anytime you start doing any kind of fitness regimen, whether it's muscle building or fat loss, the scale can vary so much from day to day based on what you ate or just how you're feeling that day, or whether you ate more sodium, or whether you trained heavier one day or trained lighter, how much water you drank, if you drank anything other than water. So all those things are a factor when it comes to the actual weight on the scale. And so a lot of times you can drop 5-10 pounds in a week, but you're probably dehydrated. So it's better to actually take measurements and get a body composition reading. So I want to show you today how to do those things. Sometimes you'll hear people say to take measurements, but if you don't know how to correctly take measurements, it can be a little difficult. So I'm taking his measurements for the first time today, since today is day 1 of his training program. So we're actually going to go through all the body measurements. So you do chest, neck, biceps, shoulders, waist, hips, thighs, and calves. So I'll show you each one and where you should measure and how you should do it. Okay, so for chest, you're going to want to put the tape measure underneath your armpits and measure around the fullest part of your chest. Turn the D's. Fancy. And then you're going to want it snug. You don't want it really tight, but you don't want it super loose. You don't want it way out here like this, because that's not going to give you an accurate reading. You're going to want it fairly tight around. All right, so next we're going to measure his bicep. To do a bicep, you're not going to want to flex it, because that will actually give you a inaccurate reading. So you're just going to want to hold it down by your side, about like he has it right now. It's not flexed. And then you're going to want to put it, I'm going to put that there like that. You're going to want to put it about the middle, so where the fullest part of it would actually be. Once again, you're not going to want it to be really loose, and you're not going to want to be like cutting off circulation, so you don't want it really tight. But this is how you get the most accurate reading. It will be your shoulders. So for this, for what we're using it for, we're actually going to want to go from shoulder to shoulder. And we're actually going to want to hit the widest part of his shoulders. So we don't want to just go here. We actually want to go all the way out. All right, our next measurement is the waist. You're going to want to measure the smallest part of you, right below your rib cage and right before your hips. Usually you can find that close to your belly button, but each person is going to vary a little bit, but just watch for where your rib cage and your hips, where that connection is. So that's your waist. Okay, our next measurement is hips. This is going to be around your butt and your hips, where they protrude the greatest. So step back just to here. Ooh. Yeah. That's not really good. Okay, our next one is thigh. You're going to want to measure the largest part of your thigh. It's going to be right below the butt. Step back again. Our last measurement is the calf. Once again, this is the largest portion of your calf. When you're standing straight, you don't want to be sitting down or anything. All of these are when you're standing straight up.